up at Penvennan Farm. Before you arrived back in Penvennan Cove, I used to spend my Sundays there giving a hand, in return for one of Yvonne's hearty roast dinners. Goodness, I learned something new about Ross with every passing day, but this is a real surprise. And, of course, our feathered friends are enthusiastic. It's not their fault that sounds carry further before the world around them begins to wake up. He continues. There's no background noise to mask the birdsong, plus it's courting season. Once they have young ones to feed, they'll have less time to sit in the trees and sing. A bit like humans when they settle down. The bed begins to shake as he chuckles softly to himself. I nudge him gently in his side to discourage him. I'm still awaiting that proposal he promised me back in November, but I know the timing hasn't been right. It will come once we have a new routine established, but it's still early days. What exactly did you do up at the farm? I thought you knew Gawain because you attended Tai Chi classes with Yvonne, although I noticed the two of you don't go anymore. Ross rolls away, easing himself upright and adjusting his pillows so he can sit back and stare out the window. It is annoying having to keep the curtains open, but Ripley, the boss of the house, is a typically vocal Bengal cat. She howls if she can't jump up onto the windowsill to peer out over the garden, no matter what time of the day or night it is. And as soon as the birds are awake, she's out there hunting. In between, Ripley keeps coming back inside to keep an eye on everything from her privileged vantage point. Fortunately for the birds, she has more luck with mice than she does with any of our feathered friends. Not since you came back and started monopolising my spare time, Ross points out, stifling a yawn. That was definitely not a part of my action plan, I reply adamantly, seeking out his hand to interlace my fingers with his. Maybe not, but the moment you saw me again, you couldn't help yourself, could you? He grins at me in the gloom. I love the strands of tousled, dark, curly hair that flop down onto his forehead, in stark contrast to the shaved back and sides. And that close-cropped beard, which often leaves pink marks on my skin whenever he rubs up against my cheeks. No, and neither could you. Are you hungry? I ask, hoping he'll say yes. You want me to make pancakes for you at this unearthly hour? No, but you could tempt me with your special scrambled eggs. Ross runs his fingertips playfully down the edge of my cheek. You mean my Penvennan Farm Burford brown eggs with freshly chopped tarragon and a sprinkling of homegrown parsley, courtesy of my kitchen windowsill garden? That makes me smile. When you sold Trelia to your father, I was half hoping that you'd at least bring that beautiful bespoke off-white leather sofa with you. I wasn't expecting you to turn up with just your clothes, a small cardboard box of personal items, and 5 pots of herbs. Oh, I'm sorry to have disappointed you, he teases. I wasn't about to hire a van for 1 item of furniture. There wasn't really anything of me in that house that wouldn't fit into a few suitcases. I was only joking, and I didn't mean to remind him of his ex-wife, Bailey. He built that house to please her, and she chose the furnishings. But, as magnificent as it is, Ross could never relax there because it's a show house, not a home. Here in Penvennan Cottage we're cosy together, and now he's here with me forever. The herbs were a welcome bonus, believe me. I do know how lucky I am to be living with a builder who also happens to be a budding chef. I add softly, easing myself up to kiss his neck and work my way slowly across to his mouth. When we pull away, I can see there's a gleam in his eyes, making them